Welcome back to the Real Triathlon Podcast, also known as the fastest hour in triathlon. Right, guys? That's a good tagline.
Self-proclaimed the fastest hour, because you know what? We're going to talk about things. You're going to be like, "Whoa, it's been an hour. I learned so much, and I am a whole person now."
Or it might be less than an hour, so it's a fast hour.
That's how I wish some of my workouts would go. When when you're like, I'm in such a hurry, I have to get this hour ride done sooner than an hour, but you can't because it's an hour, no matter how you slice the pig.
You're a pro triathlete. What schedule do you have besides your own schedule that you set for yourself? I don't understand all these, things that you don't have time for.
Yeah, that's my question is how can you be a professional triathlete and be busy? I don't understand.
I don't understand either. I don't know if I can make that tonight, guys. I just got a lot going on besides swimming, biking, running, and eating and recovering. All right, pause. We're letting Nicole in because apparently she's made it. Let's see if Nicole...
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh, she's made it.
There she is.
Yeah.
With new headphones.
And she looks already defeated.
They're borrowed.
Already defeated.
I'm very defeated today.
I can't hear her.
Cannot hear the Nicole Falcaro. No. She's here. She's going to have to go computer. Whoa, where's the gamer headset? That's what I want to know. That thing was legit last time.
Are you going to be...
I don't know if she can hear us.
I don't know.
I can hear you.
Mumbling.
Thumbs up. You can hear us.
Can you nod twice? Bark twice if you're in Wisconsin. Okay, we got it.
She can hear us.
All right, so Nicole, you figure that out. We're gonna keep going.
So you can't hear me.
As we get going, this episode is going to be about talking about World 70.3 prep. Jackson's already over there. He's like at altitude. And have you ever seen him post this much ever in his life?
No, because every time I go on Instagram, there's like 5 stories from Jackson. I'm like, I've got to catch him up. And he kind of looks like he's in this like creepy town by himself alone and nobody's there except the Norwegians that he sees at the swimming pool.
He's got like a town near him, but he's basically in desolation. And he's also like, here's a sandwich I'm eating. Here's what I'm doing here's my walk in the morning. I'm like, this is tantalizingly awesome. We never get to see this lifestyle of the laundry machine. Big fan. Garrick, have you been keeping up on him, or you just
I mean, the fact that he can go for a morning walk with his coffee just goes to show that as a professional triathlete, you're not that busy, Lisa.
Yeah.
You're right. I did wake up and my dog had diarrhea for no reason out of nowhere. So then, you got to stand extra on top of like when she's going to go, So
I
she
feel
starts
like that
crying. You
happens
got to take
to
her out.
you a lot. At your wedding, this happened.
Well, because every time she gets scared, she hears a boom, she hears a gunshot, she hears lightning, thunder, like she just gets diarrhea. I go out of town, she gets diarrhea.
You know who else is like that? Nicole. But she can't comment because she doesn't have a microphone. But I heard that anytime Dunkin' Donuts is the line's backed up, she gets backed up.
You really can't hear me?
We got you here.
Thanks, I did nothing.
Amazing. It just took that long to
I knew Nick was going to comment on my sound quality if I didn't have a special microphone and headphones, but I tried for 20 minutes and it didn't work, okay? I tried really hard.
And you are
now
here.
I'm never getting invited back.
And we only started the podcast. You
No.
can come every week if you want.
We will get you to turn your volume down just a bit, though.
We need you to tone it down. You're blowing a little hot mic. All right, Nicole, are you still here?
Yeah.
Present and accounted for. Okay, great. So, Nicole, have you been watching Jackson's stories also?
Yes, he is so European right now. He had a coffee or espresso today, and then he was hanging his laundry out on a balcony. I'm a little concerned, honestly.
That's actually the only thing they know how to do there is like have a washer. They're like, what is this dryer? Get it out of here. We don't want the air. All right, well, we were also talking about Nicole, Lisa not having enough time despite her only real job being to train.
I have like 4 real jobs, okay? There's
List
like
them
4
off.
of them.
List them, rapid fire.
Triathlon. I coach, I think, 12 athletes right now. I help participate in running the Real Triathlon Squad social media. And there is something else I swear I do, but I can't think of it right
Dog
now.
mom does not count.
I have to upkeep the house, so every time my husband comes home, it's this nice and tidy, clean, has dinner waiting for him after a long, hard work. I have to massage his feet when he gets
That's not what I heard.
If you guys remember my talk at Cozumel, this is called Parkinson's Law. And any task you have will fill the time you allot for that task. So it is fact. You
taking us back to January.
My 20-minute nap did take about 2 hours today. And I was not napping the whole time. I don't know what I was doing, but it wasn't napping. Okay, but Nicole, give us an update. I feel like it's been a long time since I've been able to catch up with you.
That's true.
How's it going? How's the injury? How is work? How is New Hampshire fall? How is the pumpkin spice lattes?
Get out of here. We're not allowed to talk about PSLs on this show.
Gosh, yeah. I feel like my update the last time when me and Mark were both talking about our leg or hip injury is the same. So I'm trying to get an order in to get an MRI so I can get some more idea what's going on. And I was telling my friends I have anticipatory relief right now. The fact that I'm going to...
Sounds like something you have on the toilet.
Yeah, the fact that I may have some answers eventually. So, so that's my next step. I am biking really well because my legs are super fresh from barely running. So that's been great. And I got some inspiration from... I went to Head of the Charles yesterday because my friend competed actually on Saturday to try to defend her championship for overall single sculls. And spoiler, she ended up second.
Sorry, is that boating? This is boating?
Yes, sorry, I didn't say that.
I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, Head of the Charles
rowing
regatta.
On the river?
Rowing, yeah. It's very cool. It's fascinating.
Did they have, were they aura farming?
It's not part of it.
What does that mean?
I'm confused.
Well, they got that little young man that's on the bow doing the dance.
coxswain?
Like, were they aura?
Oh, the social media thing. It was social media
guys.
TikTok trend.
God,
You guys are clearly, you guys don't spend enough time online.
Your Discovery feed needs updating.
Yeah. Anyway, so
This was a long time ago, though.
So no progress with my injury, but just I am able to bike and swim, so I've been doing a lot of that.
I swear there really is something about when I'm not doing one of the 3 sports that I get so much better at the other sports. Like, I should probably never run. I should probably only ride my bike. Swimming, anytime I start to run more, it goes to garbage. Like, when I'm running great, I'm swimming like absolute shit. Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like you need to fire your coach.
No. It's like when you start...
Yeah, but Lisa, you never run, so it doesn't matter.
This is true. I don't run. So I'm always swimming amazing.
I think running ruins everything.
Yes.
It ruins your biking. It ruins your swimming. And then, like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're not running, like, if you only run, though, you kind of get worse at running, too, a lot of the time, because you train so much less.
I'm telling you, you got to change your dichotomy of approach. If you will get better if you believe better, if you can think better, if you can attain better. Like, it's not about the more you do, the less you do is what I say.
Wish it, want it, do it.
No, it's not at all like that.
Okay, but Nicole, so you said
Brian
you were in
Griffin.
the process of trying to get an order for an MRI. Are you struggling to get an order? Do you need to? I know a PT can write you one tonight.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going through my primary to get an order instead of, like, I guess I could ask my PT to get one, but ultimately they want to send me to an orthopedic who will then have another appointment with me, and then they'll perhaps order me an MRI.
Wait, can a PT order
thought
an
they could.
MRI?
Yes.
But
Don't you have to be a
yeah,
doctor
my
to
PT,
order them?
Well, they are
It might be
doctors.
doctor of
different
physical therapy.
by state.
I don't know.
Maybe
My
different
PT has
states?
ordered me multiple MRIs.
Okay.
Different for different states, different insurance, maybe.
Yeah, insurance.
I
Because
don't
if you
know.
don't do like all the necessary steps, your insurance won't like approve the MRI. Typically, they're buttholes.
Yeah,
That is
my
true.
insurance is always like, you need to get an X-ray
Oh my
first,
gosh.
and then an MRI.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
I
thing with mine.
I will often pay out of pocket for the MRI, because usually when I'm in trying to get an MRI, it takes a couple weeks and I'm impatient, so I usually just pay out of pocket.
It's like $300
It's usually-
sometimes.
What?
Yeah,
It's gonna
but
be
I'm
more than
usually
that out of
400.
pocket.
Depending on the
It's like
spot, yeah.
$750.
No, out of pocket's nothing.
No,
No,
if the
compared to insurance.
cash price is always, yeah.
They'll probably charge your insurance like $1,000 to like $1,500.
Your copay is going to be about the same as the cash price.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it totally depends on where you are at in the year, and if you've reached your deductible already, then
Nope.
like go through insurance. But yeah, you never get sick. So like check out what your deductible is and maybe just ask to like pay out of pocket.
Yeah. Probably what's gonna happen.
And I don't know. Yeah. Most athletes are so impatient that we're like, "Would you need the MRI yesterday?" So
I
like, how do
know.
we get in? And I don't know how many times I've called the health images people in Boulder, and I'm like, "Can you please call me anytime there's an opening, a cancellation?" And it's like every hour I'm like calling, and they're like, "We told you we would call you." Yeah. Used to
That's
be a
another reason
VIP.
why you should not live in a triathlon mecca, because everyone's injured, everyone's an elite athlete, and everyone's got an in. You got to go to the burbs. Old people only.
I don't know. But yes, Nicole, I hope you finally get the MRI and get some answers and the direction to like as to how to do it. Figure
Thank
it out.
you. But yeah, you guys
Some
want
things
to
are
talk
very
about
frustrating, especially if you don't know how to do it.
half worlds?
You got that?
Oh, 70.3.
Yeah.
So before we move into that, I want to talk about a story that I want your guys' opinion on this. So, I don't know if you guys won't know who Nigel Wright is. So Nigel Wright was Stephen Harper's chief of staff, who was the prime minister back when Canada was awesome. And he recently passed away, unfortunately. But this man worked in private equity now. He would run a half marathon every morning. Every day, every morning, this
That's
man would run
wild.
a half marathon. Yeah.
How fast?
I don't know. He doesn't have Strava.
Like, would he take like 2 hours or like 90 minutes?
But even 2 hours, that's like over 140K a week of running.
What's that in
let me
miles?
just one up
like
you
90
real quick,
miles,
'cause
90.
I just found out about what's happening here in my own town on the indoor 800-meter track. A dude is doing a half marathon every day, and I think he's been doing it now for over 400 days. And I think he has to go to 600, which is the record. I just heard about this.
You have an indoor 800-meter track?
At Summit.
800
It might even be shorter than that. It's not 800, no. I
Really
think it's like,
long.
It's like 800 is really long.
yeah, sorry. It's not 800 meters. But anyways, even more dumb. Like he's doing it indoors all the time at Summit Gym where I like upstairs.
Do you see him?
No, but I've never seen him, but I've heard about him at dinner on Friday. Someone was like, yeah, this guy's doing 300, 400 half marathons already, or something like that. And he's got to go to like 6 because some dude already just got to 5.
There was like a
days.
few, probably like 4 months of my life where I woke up and ran an hour every day. So I like ran like 8 miles every day.
It's like a streak run.
It was a lot. That was like, post college, pre triathlon. I just was like, let's just wake up and run an hour every day. I did that for a while.
Is that why you're currently in the running boat that you're in?
I don't think so. I think that's genetic. I blame mom and dad for most things.
All right. Well, Garrick, that story is pretty sick, by the way. What's happening with him currently? Is he still doing it, or you said that's the gentleman
No,
who
he's
passed
dead.
away?
He passed away on September 30th. So
Jeez.
my question is, I have a patient whose theory is that you only get so many heartbeats
jeez.
in your life.
might be right.
And so this guy died because his heart beat too many times, so he died at 60.
I mean,
So
if you think about it, then
less.
by that theory, we should all. Well, depends if we want to live long or not.
Well, there's probably like a point of like that the intersection where it's like not enough activity, you die early. Too much activity, you die early.
But I wonder if so your resting heartbeat's going to be significantly lower, right? So your resting heart rate might go from 80 to 100. So like someone who doesn't exercise at all, their resting heart rate could easily be 80 to 100 beats per minute, where ours
really
at night is probably in mid to high 30s to low 40s, and throughout the day when we're just moving around, it's probably in the 50s on average.
You're telling me that there's people who have 100 resting heart rate at this very moment?
Yeah. Yes.
That might be an AFib. They should probably go to the hospital.
Well, Morgan ran a marathon yesterday.
Oh, who saw that?
Yeah, she snuck just under 5 hours, which was actually pretty. That's a whole nother story, which is pretty epic. But she ran it at 180 beats.
What?
Just continuous, not stopping.
Her heart rate is insane.
Is it so high normally? Like when she actually just goes for like an easy jog, it's like 170.
It's like it's always like her heart rate is so high when she just goes for an easy jog. Like that is her heart rate for an easy jog. She regularly hits 200.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. I definitely can't. I don't think I can hit in the 190s anymore.
It
No.
takes a lot of oomph.
Yeah.
It's hard. But yeah, so shout out to Morgan for running that, and she rallied hard to pull back about no, she doesn't.
Okay.
But I want everyone to know that she did run a marathon, and her goal was, Strava said she'd do it in 5 hours and 2 minutes, and she did it in 4 hours, 59 minutes, and 50 seconds. Wow.
Suck it, Strava.
Yeah.
But that's actually like pretty close.
I know.
Well done,
She was actually right on pace. That she was fading a bit, and her predicted time was like 4:02:30 or something with like 3K to go, and she just dropped the hammer and started clicking off like 6:25, 6:30 Ks, and it was so hard in the finishing stretch. Yeah, I don't know what that is in minutes per mile.
It's about 9 something.
But okay, yeah, close to 10. But she was like making this right hand turn. Was like 1K to go, so that's 0.6 miles to go, and it took everything in me to like be nice and encouraging and like, you're doing great, and not to yell at her like, go, you're gonna break 5 hours, get going.
Why would
because she doesn't respond well to that?
Oh,
she doesn't respond well to that. Yeah, she likes encouragement and joy and happiness, and I was like, yay, go Morgan, come on, enjoy the finish, this is your moment, like, go. But in me I was like, fucking go.
Well, I think since our spouses don't listen to this, let's talk about our spouses. Let's hammer the spouses and partners, Nicole, since you're not married. Yeah. Well, you have a partner, and his name is Lee. Dusty Lee. Lisa, real quick, what were you going to say?
Well, we can talk about this after, but I was going to say, what do you guys respond well to in races? Like, what are you like? Yeah, fuck yeah, nothing. That's going to get me to run faster.
Literally nothing. Like, someone could be like, I got $1 million for you at the end if you just do. I'm like, no, I can't. I'll do whatever I can, no matter what. $1 million ain't going to do it for me. Can't go any faster than I am. Aren't you already like maxed out? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are not maxing out yourselves out there. No.
You can't max out like at mile 6 on a 70.3 run. Like,
between 6 and the end, you're going to max out the maximum output. You're not going to like sprint the whole time, obviously, but you're not going to like go, oh, I'm taking it easy. Like, I'm going to hold that red line until I get to that line or die.
I respond well to information.
Hold on,
right. So if I know so-and-so's 30 seconds up the road and I'm already running faster than her, it's like I'm more motivated to stay on a pace.
I feel like Nicole would respond well to being like, the S&P 500's up 200 points or something. Like, you'd be fucking sending it. They're like, Bitcoin's up.
I respond well to the right type of information. Like for me specifically, when I have come off the bike in first and now I'm in fourth, and people are like, first is only 3.5 minutes up, and I'm like, I'm well aware they passed me about 4 miles ago. But I also think I respond well if like someone ahead of me looks like they're dying. If they're like, yeah, Nick's ahead of you and he looks like absolute garbage, like he's fading. I'm like, yes, there's a chance. Stuff like that I like too. But mostly I just like to be told that I just want to be told that I look pretty and I'm doing amazing. And I just want people to tell me that I look beautiful. You look so pretty running. They're so smooth.
And
you never looked better.
Like internally, you're like, fucking right, I do. And then you like send it harder, or are you like, that's right, ladies. Yeah. This is how you do it.
It'll probably just give them a smile, and then smiling makes the endorphins come, and then you perform better. You know.
Okay, so you love to be told you're beautiful. For the record, everyone remember that next time you see her on course. Garrick, has anything ever helped you go faster besides, data, logic, emotion? What is it?
No, I mean, I like information, but I like just perspective. It doesn't matter where I am, because then I can like realign my goals for the race and then put myself in that and try to achieve that. So like if someone tells me like, oh, you're in whatever place, and then I'm like, oh, good, I'm not last. So I can like hang on to this. I can shoot for a top 15, a top whatever, and kind of reorient that way. But I like just like the atmosphere going into the race of like just positive and like happy, and especially in Ironman, I like just being in a good mood and just being out there and having fun, interacting with the people on the side. I feel like helps me relax. But in a half, I like it when a half or like something more intense. I do like just like the intense yelling, stuff like that. I've always enjoyed that, like a track and cross country or half Ironman, Olympic distance, short course.
I just need someone to like scream "Harvester of Sorrow" lyrics to me from Metallica, like as I could run by them. Like that would seriously, a little bit of that, because otherwise it's too calm and you can get complacent. You're like, I guess like third isn't that bad, or eighth, whatever. Like I'm just out here, I'm doing my best. Like, but you need someone to be like, what the fuck are you doing? You need to get going right now. This thing is about you. You put 9 months of your life into this. Remember that? Remember you just like almost put yourself in credit card debt getting over here. Like, you're not here to have a good time.
Yeah, I do. But my best runs, I think some of like my best, most enjoyable races are when the run course is lined with people like the entire time. So it's like, you're like, I can't show a moment of weakness because there's all these people that are cheering you on so hard. And you're like, okay, stay composed. You can do this.
You got to stay locked in.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Sorry, I got my dog this squeaker toy. It has 5 squeakers in it. And she decided to bring it upstairs and
punch a hole in it.
Squeak it.
I got to put that squeaker toy like up high during a podcast. I've learned that.
I know. I'll try.
You have to be quick. All right. Spouses. Let's talk about the things our spouses do for fitness besides watch us be fit.
I'll go first.
Things our spouses do for fitness.
I'll go first because I just got back from a ride that I started at 6 o'clock and the sun sets at 6 o'clock. So I convinced my boyfriend to do a night ride with me on the rail trail. Which is really fun. It's like you get it's like total tunnel vision because all you could see is whatever the light illuminates in front of you. So I actually know if you're on the YouTube, you could see a photo. It actually made like
that's so cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. So, and there's like not many animals out there, but yeah, so he'll, ride with me, but nothing structured. If there's any structure at all, he wants no part of it because I think he grew up having a problem with authority. And so anything that's like at all regimented feels like he's being told what to do. So
you're pretty authoritarian too. So tread lightly.
That's funny.
Nice job. Night ride.
Yeah.
Well, what Steve has done 2 Leadville 100 mountain bikes with me. And by with me, like, we participated on the same day in the same race. And the first year he went like 11 hours and something. And then the second year, he got like an hour and a half faster. So like he was like 9:40, which is like pretty legit. And I got slower the second year by like 10 minutes. So like the first year I beat him by like 2.5 hours. Like the second year I only beat him by like an hour and a half. But basically after that race, he like retired from endurance sports and asked ChatGPT to make him a weightlifting program. So basically he like goes to the gym like 5 times a week and gets yoked, and he'll come in to, you know, like before we go to bed, he's like, and he flexes for the dog, and we have to pretend we're really impressed.
Wow. So he has the same coach as Lionel.
Yes, exactly. But he also is doing the 24 hours in Old Pueblo, a mountain bike race outside of Arizona. He did it last year. He's doing it again this year, and you can be a team, you can do it solo, but he's doing it with a team of 4, and you guys see how many laps you can do in 24 hours.
Dude,
with the team.
I still have cactus scars all over my body from that race.
Gosh.
All over.
What's a cactus scar look like?
Well, it looks
Show
like
us, Nick.
little. You can't see it on screen because I'm so dark, but it looks like little AIDS, like tiny little bites, and they never because those like really furry cactus that are like, they look like a soft plush. Oh, this is a nice cactus. Well, I landed over one like a cat would land over it because and so all in my like upper sensitive arms and my thighs, and like that was nasty. And then the barrel cactuses have those big long like gauged needles that just like stick in you. Well, so I got a couple of those scars, but all over my wrists and everything, tons of them. And it was all because some nice elderly gentleman did not give any leeway as I passed him, and he actually kind of nudged me, even though he gave me the green light. That mother effer. Anyways,
I have zero desire to do that race because of the cacti.
Hopefully he knows a good emergency doc that can take care of him in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, they give you tweezers for that race too, because they know you're going to get shafted. Yeah, so I'll talk about Amy real quick. Amy is always trying to stay consistent. She's got the best high hopes of getting out there, and I've been trying to get her to like sign up for a class because the gym provides all kinds of free classes all the time. But nope, just in the garage or randomly. And then guess what? She's not happy with her fitness. But then I try to provide support, and she's still not happy with it. I don't know. It's what it's like to be married to a coach. It must be pretty tough to have someone trying to help you all the time. I don't know. But
send her my way, or I'll give her a discount.
She's getting real fit though. Like she tried to run the other day, and I was like, "All right, you're in a mile. You doing good. We're talking about some trail runs one day. Maybe we can hike something together." No marathons though.
I don't coach Morgan. One of my friends coaches her, and then I coach his wife, or coached his wife. So
sounds like a nice
trade-off.
Yeah, so it's nice not having to worry about Morgan doing the workouts, because it's up to her if she does them. I don't have to take any responsibility for that or nag her to do them, which she likes. But she loves biking with me when I run.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Oh,
I can't get that.
Just melts the girls over here. Oh,
I tried so hard.
He'll do it like once every I don't know, 3 months. I'm like, can you help me get video? And he'll meet me out there and help me get video for like 20 minutes. I'm like, yes, I needed this. But otherwise, I'm like, yesterday, a 90-minute run. I was like, do you want to come? He's like, no.
Oh, sad. I have an e-bike, a scooter that's battery powered, and a gas powered scooter. So everybody can come with me, but nobody does.
Perfect.
So that's how it goes. Well, so how important is it for somebody who takes themselves seriously as we do? How do you think that partnership is with sharing an active lifestyle versus somebody who didn't do anything? What are your requirements, do you think, if things came down to it? If you're like, hey, these are my boxes I need checked. What are they? Nicole, you go first.
Well, it's really important for me to have a partner who takes care of themselves. So that's what's most important. They don't need to be fit. They don't need to do races or anything. But if I had to quantify what that means, I would say that they have to do some kind of aerobic activity 3 times a week. And ideally, this is not a requirement, but this is a nice to have, is an additional strength session once a week. Because that's just really important for longevity.
What about, like, what would you put on Tinder profile?
I don't know. Like what?
Above 6 foot tall.
I've never had
Makes
a dating
at least
app,
250K.
so I don't know.
Yeah.
I know. We know that.
That's impressive, though, Nicole. They've never been on the dating apps.
It's good and bad. It's because I just like move into the next thing too quickly. So
shoot. Hey, I was on the dating app for 3 days and I was like, I can't handle this lifestyle. So I don't think you've missed out at all. It is the worst. And
honestly, it's exciting for like the first 3 days, I think, because you're like, wow, look at these
for
perspective people. I think it's like fun game and then it gets awful. No. For boys and girls, there's
for
so
boys,
many,
it's
like,
like,
look at how many fish in the sea.
No, for boys,
It's
you're like,
demoralizing.
look at all these
as a
attractive
man.
women who never respond, never say hi to me, never do anything. I think most people are just fake accounts.
They might be.
Like,
I don't like the culture of it. It feels too commodified for me.
But
I don't think I'll like it.
Right. But I met Steve on Bumble. Like we were Bumble, we were dating app, relationship, marriage. And one of the reasons I wanted to go on the dating apps is because like I would go to the grocery store and nobody would ask me out. And nobody would ask me out at the pool. Nobody would ask me out anywhere. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Just like wait until I'm 85 and maybe a nice gentleman will walk up to me at the grocery store at the produce section and say, hey, young lady, you look cute. You want to go on a date? Yeah.
Did you try getting cats?
No.
So I think that especially for people who have like a super busy lifestyle or they literally run in the same circle every day, they see the same like 10 people, like it takes so much effort to go out. I don't know, to go to bars, to go to get together, to do this. And none of my friends were like setting me up with like their single friends. Run clubs. Yes, we talked about that. Like run clubs would be a great place to meet people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways.
I still think it's toxic. It's so tough to just be so superficial at the end of the day. And I mean, I'm super glad that it worked out for you, but I don't know. I felt like you're just like a piece of meat to get slapped around and overcooked and thrown away.
Yeah, I think there's certain dating apps where that is the goal.
Yeah. I guess I signed up for the wrong one. Bad experience.
Anyways, I think it's important for me in a relationship to have someone who is not another professional triathlete. Like I wouldn't work well like with me to date or marry another pro triathlete. Like, but someone who's interested in the sport but not fully invested in it. Like so Steve kind of knows like who some people are, but like mostly doesn't. Like he knows who people are that he's met, and he's like, oh, how'd that redhead lady do? And I'm like, how'd Paula do? Yeah, Paula did well. So yeah, or he'll just say like, I'm going into like the world championships. He'll be like, oh, I can't wait. You're gonna fuck those bitches up. Like you're gonna win the race. And I'm like, no. We have to set realistic expectations here. He's like, you just gotta believe in yourself.
I think this is a good time to talk about something else within our sport that I do think is got to change a little bit. We've all gotten too soft. We're all too supportive. No. We're all too nice. And not that we shouldn't be aggressively counter to that, but we should be real. We shouldn't just be like, yeah, maybe you should have tried harder, or how many more times are you going to DNF, or like, you know, what what is missing for you to, like, what is missing for me to be better again? Like, I think we need to start holding a little bit more accountability through a little bit more real questions, not just being like, well, you showed up, you did your best, and everyone still loves you, so that's life. I think if we're putting this much into the sport, we should get a little bit more raw and trying to like rip some faces off, including our own.
Well, Nick, are you talking about within
All right,
our
Nick,
RTS,
when are you gonna stop?
or with like our like
Just
with
the sport,
friends,
like
or
look at every, no, like all the pre-race interviews for every Ironman or for any T100, all the athletes, everyone's just so nice and kind and supportive. No one's just like, yeah, I really want to be that person. Like, they've had a couple fumbles, and they show a little weakness here and there, and I'm ready to capitalize on that. I'm ready to look for those things and go after it. Like, I want to see some, like, not shit talking, but just some realistic drive of, I'm going to put it out there, because everyone's so afraid to put it out there, because what is the first thing we do when we finish and it didn't work out? We're like, well, I was sick all week long, or I was around people who just didn't feel good, or I stubbed my toe last week and this toenail's been bothering me. So I think it'd be good to just be like, fuck all that noise. I came here to do a job, and this is what I'm here to do, instead of just being so coy.
I think that's like, it's a really good point, Nick. So Morgan's always like very honest with me on that, because she sees all the work I do, and she's supportive and stuff, but she's not like, oh, it's great, you did great. Like, she would never be like, oh, good job. She's like, okay, well, maybe you should look at like, okay, what went wrong, And she was like there when I'm going through all my mood swings, when I'm doing workouts, doing extra workouts, not doing enough workouts and stuff. And she's like, okay, well, how can we change that to fix this? And like, she's always like very honest about it. She'll be like,
yeah,
like if I'm in a race, she's like if I get chicked, like what was the one race when I was coming back?
Eagle Man.
But I got chicked, and she's like, you can't keep, like, she's like, you can't do this if you're gonna lose to the women.
I do love the like total outsider's
that's
perspective, though, right? Like, I
Yeah.
can't,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's true. It's an honest opinion. I don't know how many times people are like, they're like in doing racing or trying to race at like a professional level, and they're just getting smashed. And it's because honestly, they don't hold themselves accountable. The people around them don't hold them accountable. They just like baby them, like, you're doing such a great job. This is so amazing. And it's like, no, you should not be doing this right now, and you're doing it all wrong. And you need people in your life to do that, to tell you that kind of stuff. They can't just like baby you. You need proper perspective. You also need like support in bad moments, right? But like, yeah, you need that.
Yeah, so many coaches are there to be like, when you hire a coach, they're there to hold you back or push you, not necessarily to always be a cheerleader. And I feel like we're just in like such a big cheerleader society where we're like, you showed up, you did your best, you live a tough lifestyle, this is good enough. Like, I think I want more out of all of us. I want more out of our team, and our, like, not to make anybody feel badly ever. That's not the point, but to just find ways to do it better, not just to be okay with, well, I missed this, or this didn't happen, or like, let's make some excuses, or let's pass over it. Like, let's make some active, in purpose made changes about the things that lead up to success. And I really respect that about like a Christian Blumenfeld, where the guy doesn't live anything else except for this sport. And I don't know if he's ever had a girlfriend outside of like triathlon.
I bet Jackson knows.
He's
their BFF now.
Jackson, yeah. I mean, even hanging around KB like at Super Tri for those 2 years, like, I saw a level of savagery that I really respected coming out of some of those athletes. The short course athletes, I think, have a little bit more pressure, because any mistake is going to be catastrophic. Any loss of 2 seconds in transition, and we're here like putting on socks and like eating gels and hanging out, like, well, we'll put it back on. And like, our sport's getting a little bit, at the top of the top. I think it's still savage, but I think looking from 10th to like 40th, sometimes we kind of set ourselves too much. We take ourselves out of the race too early. We just, not that we're not fighters and not that people don't have things going on, but I think, why are we doing this so fervently if we're not trying to achieve the absolute best is, I guess, the big question. You know what I'm saying? And I had to think about that a lot of these last 8 weeks.
Nick sounds like he's just itching to race, and he's like, he's just reviewing all his past races, and was like, man, I bitched out too soon here. I bitched out too soon here. Just want to freaking race, man.
Right. I think it's like really good to have an honest relationship with yourself as well, too, because I think we can all get in the mindset of like, oh, that didn't go well, like, and not take the inner look at yourself as to specifically like why. But also to have a short memory. I think that's also very important in the sport. Like for me, for example, like in Augusta, when I DNF'd, like there were a couple reasons specifically why I DNF'd, but like one of them was because I was like, I fucking can't do this. Like I'm mentally like so soft right now that I can't continue because I don't want to. And I realize that, I own that. Like that's not like it's not my excuse, like, or it is an excuse. I don't know, however you want to look at it. Like,
I don't think it's an excuse necessarily, because an excuse usually pacifies like a really real situation to make it lighter. But I think like the reality is you had a mental reason that you needed to pull out and you listened to it. That's not an excuse.
Yeah, and it was just like, I was like, could I have finished? 100%. Like, was I in a great mental headspace? Absolutely not. And was I trying to like make steps for like my future Lisa? What does future Lisa want to try to do? But I do think, and I said this to someone in Kona, that if you DNF a race, like for whatever reason, like outside of like medical, you crashed your bike, you got heat stroke, like you're crazy sick, like I think you should be out there cheering people on. You should come to maybe come to the finish line, like be positive, like be like cheer people on, because I don't know, I think that's just part of like giving back to the sport. Like, yeah, you didn't have your day, but like go see what it was all about. Like be a fan of the sport and like support the people, because I think that shows like also a level of respect for your competition.
Ferdino
like, hey,
did that. He like walked 10K during Kona and like cheered everybody on, and they got high fives from world champion. Like it's pretty honorable.
Yeah. So I just like, if I don't know, and some people I talked to in Kona like had very different perspectives, but like I think the worst thing you can do is like go to your hotel room and like mope about and like throw a big pity party. Like throw the pity party later. Like go show up for the people at the races, throw the pity party later, get over it, take a look at yourself, figure out what you need to do better. But at the end of the day, like this is just swim, bike, and run. And yeah, we're really passionate about it. But at the end of the day, it should be fun, and it should be like, yes, we're chasing big dreams and big goals, and we probably underestimate our abilities a lot. Like or overestimate our abilities too, I'm sure. I don't know. So that was a rant that I didn't know where was going.
I think it'd be good to hear more aggression. I'd like to hear a little bit more conviction before a race, rather than I'm just going to go out there and do my best. I want to just see look, my goal is to show up and leave it all out there, and I'm going to throttle myself and see what happens. And I'm not afraid to do so, because I've done it in training. I've got a mental health coach. We've worked through all my demons. I'm not blaming my parents anymore. I've been eating really good. My immune system's awesome. And guess what? I wear extra chamois cream so I don't chafe and have to pull out because I got a goiter.
Yeah. I think being honest though, and like quantifying what is success for you too, right? And not being soft about it. Like I think as an elite athlete, especially in long course, the weakest mindset that you can do when you're trying to get to elite performance is, well, I want to get to the finish line, or I want to finish what I started. And that what that does to you is it gives you an out, right? Where you can be like, I'm just going to get to the finish line and that's a success, as opposed to like, I want to get there as fast as I can. And a lot of people use that as an excuse, and they're like, no, I'm so tough because I finished what I started. And it's like, okay, but did you really? Like, what were you training for? What were you training for? Right? Like, it's okay if you're, this is your Ironman, and you once a year you do an Ironman and you want to finish it. Like, that's one thing. But as an elite athlete searching for elite performance, that is an out, and that is a cop out. And I've done that. I've been on race courses before where I've been like, I'm just going to get to the finish line. get to the finish line, finish, and then I look back and I'm like, I totally just wussed out.
Maybe.
But I
don't
do
know.
think there are some days where like getting to the finish line, that is the success.
Exactly. Like sometimes you physically can't push yourself any further due to something. And as long as it's not something that you've chose, like maybe it's like physically limiting or you just effed up your nutrition. But I think like my point in this entire topic is like, look at where our sport is and the continuation of like seeing missteps, like having the same types of issues. Like there's a certain level of competitive edge that the top 50 in the world, I think, have, and it's a mindset and it's how they carry themselves, and it's how we need to like look at ourselves and say, how do I be more like them, or how can I use those things that they've done to learn about myself? Because if the pursuit of this is to be the absolute best, then like so the entry point to be a pro for most countries is just put your name on a list and you get a pro license from your country. So it's sometimes just as easy as putting a name on it, and you don't take it as seriously. You're just there for the ride. So that's the biggest problem with our sport, isn't it? Right? Like professionalism is a very broad term for the pro athlete in triathlon versus a boxer. If you're on TV and you're boxing somebody one-on-one, you know those two are there for blood. They've risked their entire reputation and training to be one person's walking out of there, right? And so with us, it's like a faceless crime with our sport because, well, I finished 20th, no one's going to know. But like, what's the mindset for 20th? How do you get to 10th with that different mindset? I think that's what I want to see more of, is pushing the envelope.
But
Nicole,
is 10th,
Nicole, what do you
is
think?
10th a success though, Nick? Like, is 10th what you would deem a success? Because there's a lot of athletes who are just totally delusional and oblivious of their ability, because let's be real, we don't have a development pathway in long course triathlon. So they are racing and they think they're going to win these races. They show up and they think they're going to win these races, and right away they're getting just like pumped, and
What's
they're
that
just
noise?
like, I don't know what that is.
Is that you, Nicole? It looks like you're clicking things.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was muting because I saw that sometimes when some people talk, that it looked like my thing was lit because I was talking, so I was trying to lower the volume so that I wasn't picking up other people's voices. So sorry. And this was my last podcast.
Started the washing machine.
You'll be invited back.
Sorry, I totally.
Nicole, what do you think about all these things?
Point.
Yeah, I think just to wrap it up was as like you have to be realistic about your goals as you're developing through the sport too, Nick. Like you can't think you're going to win a race and then all of a sudden you realize you're getting pumped and you're like, well, I just didn't have energy today, so I just got to the finish line and that makes me so great. And it's like,
don't go to a pro series race then.
And it's like, well, maybe if you had like realistic goals and a top 20 is where you should have been, and then the next race you'll be a top 10, instead of just shutting it down and just getting to the finish line and just getting it done.
I do think we all need a little dose of realistic optimism. So in the sense that like we want to be optimistic and positive, like, so for me, for example, I'm preparing for 70.3 Worlds. Preparation has been very rocky, but I am really going into this race with zero expectations. Like my only thing that I want to get out of myself is to give the best effort I can on the day while staying in a mentally positive, happy mindset, like mind space the whole day. And if that finishes me in the top 20 or finishes me dead last, I have no idea. But I think because I think I'm realistic in that like things have not been going very smooth. So I don't want to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, like top 10, that's it. Because I don't think that for me is very realistic in this build up. Like maybe 5 people in front of me get flats. I don't know. I would never wish that on people, but like I think it is important to be in some sort of like space where you can take a real look at yourself and have a general idea of what you're very capable of on that day. To not set limitations for yourself, but also to avoid like extreme disappointment when you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I could have like had the race of my life, and maybe I will have the race of my life, and that might finish me 15th, you know? I don't know, because at the end of the day, like, you can't control what anyone else is doing. You can literally only control what you're doing. And at the end of the day, that's just going to be where you are in comparison to where other people are that day.
Well, who cares about where everyone else is? It's only about you, your preparation, your mindset, and your journey. So who cares where everyone else is? Isn't your expectation to get out of the water as close to the front, to bike to the front of the race as fast as you can, and to run to the best of your ability? And if that's 10th, then be stoked on that. But like, shouldn't it have a little bit of process-based emphasis on some expectations that you can not be disappointed if they don't happen, but some things that you should at least use to drive the next couple weeks? That way you can show up with a little bit more intention of, hey, I need to own these specific parts of the race. Even if the result isn't perfect, I owned these things that I could control.
Yeah, but I think that's like executing their day to the best of your ability. Like me coming to the realization that I probably will not bike to the front of this race. Like, I think that for me is very unrealistic this year. Maybe in the future. But like with how my bike preparation has been, like I can't, like, I know what power numbers I've been putting out. I know what I've been feeling like on the bike. And I'm not saying that like I can't turn it around or I get to sea level and I feel amazing. But I also am not going to start the bike and being like, okay, I can hold 270 watts for this whole ride. Because like that's just going to set me up to completely implode and to not execute the best day I can like on the day. Does that make sense? Like
it does.
Just coming from not like a negative point, like, but at the same time of like realizing where the preparations are, but still like, I don't know, I could easily just be like, I'm not going to Spain anymore. Like I'm exhausted. Like training is not going well.
It sounds like, I mean, that was my next question is like, if you've got a lot of doubt heading into this race, and not that people don't go into doubt and then still outperform to a huge level, but that mindset is really what I was talking about to begin with, of cutting yourself short based off of a lot of things and not like over puffing your feathers out. I know you're being realistic, but also like, why go if you can only expect like, well, the best I might do is 20th.
Well, I don't know what I can do. That's what I'm saying. And I want to have I want to have a positive experience. Like I want to go and experience it like a world championship event, because I think I can learn a lot. I think I can have a really positive experience, and I think it's something that I need. But like, maybe I'm not Hayden Wild, and because I'm not towing the line with like every intention to win and expectation to win, that doesn't mean I shouldn't toe the line. I'm
not saying the expectation to win at all.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm just saying like, I think people like race for a lot of different reasons, and I think that like I'm not gonna go into the race with a whole bunch of bravado that I don't have.
That's what I said. I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying don't be realistic, but I'm saying also remember you are a pro athlete. You've done this. This is just another start line. It's just another opportunity. Right. And so I don't want you to say maybe 20th. I want you to say like, I'm going to fight for every position. Who cares about where you end up? But just the intention of setting that way out there and being like, fuck yeah, and never backing off that and being like, well, 20th, I'd still be okay and positive. Like, let's not say that part. Let's just go, I'm going there. I'm going to charge. What happens, happens. Let's fucking do it. Like internally, you probably know that.
Well, that's the attitude I am going with, but I have no expectations.
There we go.
That's all I want to expectations. But I said that. I said the only expectation I have is to like stay in a mentally positive headspace to give the best effort I can on the day. Whether that lands me top 10 or 60th, like
that's
like,
all you had to say.
What it is.
You didn't have to say that last part, because that's what everybody in the sport does. They're like, well, if it doesn't work out, I'm okay with it. Like we all have to validate that. And that's kind of like my point with this thing. Like, let's be professionals. Let's go there to try and be victorious of our own definition of victorious. And that should not be Well, I guess if it's 15th, I'm happy with that. Let's get back to like preparation and make sure that you're a pro athlete. You're competing at a world championship event. Let's not give any excuse.
Nicole, chime in.
Yeah, I think what Real
Yeah.
Tri Scout is saying. There's a typo for those not watching. Is that like if you set any kind of limiter that is measurable, then you're already like limits always exist first in our minds, right? And that's the first thing to quit all the time is your brain. Your brain always quits before your body. Always, always, always. So if you're gonna already set that limiter, then you're already, that's kind of a built-in reason / excuse. So I don't know. Everything you're saying is making me think of when I was working with a sports performance coach, and it's come, some of the things she said, and actually from our last RTS webinar, about mental performance, it reminded me that how you practice is how you race, right? Everyone knows that, but it's rare to really focus on the mental aspect before training, because in training we have a window of watts and paces that we're trying to hit, and it's very like I guess training's like I tend to aim for somewhere in the middle of the window, but then while I'm out there on my bike, I hit as long as I hit the minimum, or I'm watching the watts, and if I'm somewhere within the window, I'm like, okay, that's good enough. And then it actually limits me from doing the best I can do, because if I see that I'm like high in the range, I'm like, oh, well, I'm already there. And then inevitably I back off. And then I think in the moment, I'm like, oh, it's fine, I'm there. And then after the interval's done, or I'm reviewing my training data, I'm like, oh, what a bummer. It actually turns out that the average is on the low end of the range, right? So I'm kind of bummed, but in the moment, I thought I was fine, and I told myself I was fine because I was in the window. So anyways, what I'm saying is to hit like a new level and actually get the most out of yourself, you can't be thinking small. Because if you're thinking small, like why are you even in the arena? So I hope that made sense.
I think we got there.
I think I'm always confused about what everyone is saying right now.
Well, okay, to summarize this, and Garrick, maybe back me up from another male's perspective also, or don't, you don't have to. But I'm just saying, what Nicole kind of summed that up with is my point. Like, but hold yourself to those goals during the build-up, during the training. Be realistic with, if you're not ready to go, if you don't think you're going to have that day, then you're probably not going to have that day.
Mm-hmm.
Know that you're capable of it at all times, that you don't have to feel anything special on race day. You can just be yourself, and that's enough. Like, because you've practiced it over and over through all the sessions, like you've persevered, you've achieved, you overachieved, right? And if you're failing all the time during training, if your mindset's never backing up everything that you want to do, then there's a disconnect. And I think that's what I was ultimately saying is we all get so comfortable being with a level that we're currently at, and we kind of don't push ourselves. And I don't see that happening in the top of our field. I see that those athletes probably do a little bit better with that. But there's like, from my range, like, which is like C level and B level pro athletes who don't get near the podium anymore, and we're just kind of like finding our best. And this is a lot of personal reflection I've probably projecting a lot out of is our sport and things that I've listened to, podcasts and athletes I've coached, pro athletes I've listened to. The difference between those who are at the top winning and earning and being up there than the guys who I've been stuck around for a long time, where we just kind of get settled with, well, I showed up, I'm still relevant. Like, I want us to have a bigger appetite. I want us to think bigger, hold ourselves more accountable, be a professional level sport, and not just be, I know we have to have a lot of working class pros because the sport is really tough to financially navigate, but that doesn't mean that you show up and get your ass kicked over and over again and go to a pro series race and be 30th and 40th. Like, what's the point of spending all this time, energy, and money if it's never going to pay you back just because you can have a title of being a pro triathlete, which, by the way, you tell that to anybody outside of our sphere and they're like, you can make money at that? Like, what does that mean? Like, it's different to just perform. You got to perform. That's what I want our sport to really take over. And that's why we've seen so much speed, I think, over the last few years, is because athletes are stepping up. But I still think we got way more to go. Thoughts, Lisa? I know you got a thought.
No, I think at the end of the day, you're the only one who can determine your success. Like, once you give people the opportunity to decide whether you're successful or not, like, you've lost some of your power. So I think it's important to say, like, I myself am the only one who can determine, like, who decides what success is for me.
Absolutely. And that's what you're doing.
Yeah. But I just, I don't know. I can go off in so many different tangents on this right now. I think it's okay to not always be a lion. Like, to not always approach everything you do with that, like, fighter mentality. Like, the I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, or not?
I think you're confusing what I'm saying with being over machismo or like just
no,
like poofing the feathers out just to be like, seem more confident than you are. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying it's a practice of being realistic and then working through those things that limit yourself rather than making excuses for it over and over again and just being complacent and just ending up wherever you end up. Like, let's elevate our mindset to where we can grow and bring others along with us and push everyone forward.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's important to, like, well, I don't know.
You can have a difference of opinion.
I'm struggling.
It's great.
Yeah. No, I'm just, like, struggling with this because I think that we all approach races and competitions in, like, very different ways. Like Garrick was talking about earlier, how, like, when he's doing an Ironman, like, he just wants to have positive, happy, like, good vibes, feelings going because it's such a long day. That's kind of like how I approach every single race, is like, I want the good vibes. Like, I know when I perform my best is when I'm in, like, a good, positive, happy mind space where like I am kind of like, whatever happens. The only thing I control is my effort. Like, literally, that's the only thing I can control. And if, like, me giving my best effort means I finish 10th or means I finish 60th, like, that's it. Like you said earlier, like, who cares where you finish? Like, it's really just like you cross the finish line, you're the only person who knows if you gave the best effort you could on that day.
I just think we're getting soft. Like, we just care too much about feelings. Not that all feelings don't matter, but I want to see a little bit of hardness in our sport. I want Lisa to be like, yeah, this is everything I can give on the day. I didn't feel real good about it, but I persevered, and then I felt good. Like, I know happy athletes are fast athletes. I'm not ignorant to any of that stuff. Yeah. And I don't think that you need to be miserable and screw everybody out here, I'm going to just kill everyone. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the internal confidence has to come from somewhere. And for Lisa, for you, it is being proud and confident with your emotional wellness and being happy. But that's a state of flow. Yeah. And that's something that you generate through positive aspects of training, through showing up continuously, through pushing the envelope, through not letting setbacks continuously happen repeatedly. So that's what I'm talking about, is the things that I'm not challenging you as an athlete by all means. I'm just letting you know, like, you aren't like under my magnifying glass on this one. You've been, podium, you've crushed it. Like, this isn't a jab at you at all. I just want you to know, I want to see some more shit talking.
I would be so happy to shit talk. Like, I'd be good at it. I could be really good at it, and then I'd probably lose like any chance of futuring in the sport of triathlon.
No, like you don't have to.
I
just
don't
be
think
nice
it matters
and
how
people like you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but
I don't think it matters how you get the best performance out of you, as long as you're not giving in to, fallback, or like just giving in to when it's hard, just kind of giving up. Like that's, just being okay with how it is. I think that's kind of what you guys are trying to get at, is like just get to the finish line as fast as you can.
Yes.
However you do it is however you do it. You need to be accountable to, like, you're a professional athlete. You need to hold yourself accountable to getting to that finish line as fast as you can. However you do it is how you do it. Just don't cut the course.
Yeah. I mean, I've had to walk races.
With the bike.
I've had to walk a few things and finish some races I didn't want to finish. I think that was important to me, and I'll look back and reflect on those. But you can only have so many of those, and then you're like, well, it's time to do something impactful and to push it. And that's what I really want all of the men and women in our sport to do, is like not have repeat DNFs, not have the same stomach issues all the time, not have mechanicals and power meters not working or shifting. Like, let's get away from the bullshit that causes a lot of the problems, and let's focus on the human aspect of it that we know we can control and that we're putting on the race course. That's kind of, I guess, sussing out a lot of the what ifs.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you have to have fun too.
You can have fun after.
No!
You're going to work. You are there to work.
Not enough people have fun after anymore. How about that's what I'm going to focus on
exactly, because everyone's depressed.
I like to have fun after. I mean, I still go to bed early, but I still have fun.
But
I think we can just throw a freaking rager after every race that we do.
Fun is like how your body feels after, when you're just completely wrecked and completely destroyed, and you're just like, ah, man, I earned this. Like, not being able to go up the stairs or stand up, you're like basking it, and you're like, man, I love this feeling. Like, this is awesome.
That is the most human you'll feel sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna shift for one last little quick segment for you guys. Can you guys tell me one thing that will retire you the quickest? Like, for example, like, I think about this a lot. Getting the physical act of getting in the pool, like, I hate it so much. I hate getting in the pool. When I'm swimming, it's fine. But the act of like those, like, I make it last like 40 seconds of me like lowering myself in the pool. That's one of the things that's going to retire me quicker.
Bro, just jump in.
No, I can't. I can't do it. I have to ease at, but it's just going to, one day I'm going to show up to the pool, every intention of swimming, and I'm going to go home. And that's the day that I know that that's over. I'm done because I don't want to get in the pool.
I don't know. I think that's
what do you do for you guys?
If I get dropped in the swim much longer, I think I'm gonna be done. Like, how many more laps do I have to swim? How many more times do I have to like do 100 repeats on 25 yards on like 108 and like crush sub-minuters and barely survive to just get my ass kicked at every start of every race? Like, that's going to retire me one day. I'm like, fuck this. I'm a good swimmer in the pool, but that start just throttles me.
I don't know. You got to jump in the pool though. Like, I won't have enough time to finish my set if I don't jump in. Like, I don't have those 40 seconds. So if you just like micromanage your time.
Lisa's got all the time.
Like I do, you'll get in the pool so much more quickly.
This is why Lisa's always so busy, because she's spending all her time standing on the deck.
Pool. But Nicole, you don't have anything like that. You just like, I just can't stand this part of the triathlon thing.
Shaving,
like layering up when it's to ride your bike. Oh, shaving.
If I have to shave one more time,
shaving
for one more.
Oh man, I love shaving. That's terrible to hear.
Oh. Come back to me. Think of something.
Garrick?
Well,
Okay.
we already talked about this last podcast episode. As a probable
Garrick's
retired
hips.
triathlete, it's hip pain. It's my hips.
Well, mine is not a broken femur.
3. Yeah, Nick's gonna come back stronger.
Oh, pregnancy. That would retire me.
More macho.
And Lisa.
There you go. And Lisa.
That would, because I'm not coming back from a pregnancy at this age. Not a chance.
Same.
Or if Lisa, or if her
retired, hanging up.
Or if it was like, look, Lisa, if you want to keep your pro license, you got to do a full. Sorry. You got to do a full Ironman.
Guys, I just have
Lisa's doing Challenge Roth this year.
No, that's in the middle of the year. That'll completely ruin the entire second half of the year if you do that, because I'll be retired.
That's why you don't race so much. Don't race so damn much.
Oh, I will never do that again. I will never do what I did this year ever again in my life. Lesson learned the hard way. Never again. I'm going to race 4 times next year.
All right. On that bombshell, this has not been the fastest hour of triathlon. This has actually been one of the most contentious and weird podcasts I think we've ever done, for a lot of reasons. Mainly because I think I'm all fired up on bone broth. Nicole, still can't see her screen. It says reconnecting. I know where she went.
I'm here.
She's here.
Yeah, but the delays there.
Nick just gave me a therapy session for 45 minutes.
I tried to connect with Lisa a little bit about something. Didn't happen. Garrick, you're not retired yet.
I feel like you changed your point 3 times within
what the delay's all
your
about.
chat with Lisa. I was just trying to follow
Well, it's because
along.
it wasn't clocking to her. It wasn't clocking to her. It started off with me being I want to see some more fucking intensity, and people would stop being so damn nice. And she's like, well, let's, I want to get along and be happy. So what's wrong? And I'm I'm not telling you can't be happy. And then she's all like, well, I still think I would go to Worlds and just do my best, whatever it is. I'm like, Lisa, I want you to have a better, more strict account of your life.
Nick, I'm going to go to 7.3 Worlds, and I'm going to do my best.
I want you to be on the podium. I want RTS athletes on those podiums, or you guys are going to, I don't even know. I'm not threatening anything. Just, I want you to know. Performance-driven team is on the rise.
Lisa, I'm expecting the fastest. You're going to have the fastest run at Worlds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watch out.
That.
But guys, low key, I think my run performance is going to be the best of the year. Which will be the best I've ever run.
That's all I want to do.
So there you go, Nick. There you go.
Thank you.
That's all you get.
Well, that's fine. You've committed, and I want you to own it. I love it. Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. Watch. You better be freaking up awake, okay?
Oh,
no, you better watch it at 2 a.m. Okay.
Oh.
Well, it's only one day a year, and I can do anything for one day a year.
Yes, you can.
All right.
Okay, guys. Well, if you've made it this long, we really appreciate you. Subscribe, share with a friend, especially a friend who needs a free therapy session. Send it to to them.
Don't
and
share
if you're going to be
episode.
in 70.3 Worlds, if you're going to be at 70.3 Worlds, Mark Jackson, myself, and Annie are going to be there. Annie's not racing, but she's planning on being there. So come say hi. Maybe we'll do a meetup or something.
You will do a meetup.
And we will do a meetup. Yes, sir. And with that, peace.
Out.
Out.
Out.